Okay, today is January 25th, 2018, okay? And I wanted to title this thing called With or Without You, okay? With or without you, okay? You know how people sometimes they'll be like, well, you're not going to be anything. You're not going to be that, and you start taking offense to it. Like, you said this, you said that. You gotta get into your head and into your mind and believe that no matter what, I'm going to get what I asked for because I believe in the power of God. I believe in what God told me. I can do anything. I can do all things. This is for me, being a Christian. If you're on this thing, I am a Christian. I'm not denying it. If it offends you that I'm a Christian, sorry about that. Turn it off. I'm not, going to change my view, and I don't want you to change your view. All I'm saying is I'm speaking my truth and what I believe in. And whatever you believe in, if you believe in that, you shouldn't stir away from it when you come through obstacles. And that's what this video is all about. If you believe in something and you believe firmly in it, when situations get tough, you're going to rely on what your belief system is, okay? If your belief system is to get up and run and go and change something different when it gets tough and you think it's not working, then you're going to do that. You're going to do that, and that's your truth. For me, yeah, I have to change some things, but I believe in the Bible and all of it, okay? All of it. Not the interpretation of what people say. I believe in what the Spirit says, what it says in the Bible, and what the Spirit inside of you says. Because everybody has, God inside of them, whether they want to ignite Him and let Him flow or not. So I believe in that. So if I believe in that and, people tell you you're not going to be anything, you're not going to be nothing, and you're a nobody and you're not going to be anything with them. I had so many people tell me that, okay? I want to let you know that's some bullshit. The only time that even matters, it comes, it matters or it manifests is if you put it into practice and you believe it. Not one damn time did I ever believe when these people told me that I wasn't going to do this stuff and that I wasn't going to eventually do it. And I was scared of doing it because I know that it's a higher realm and a higher responsibility. But I really wasn't afraid of, I really didn't believe in what they said. If I did, then I would have been like, okay, I'm okay with that. If I can't do it, then I'm okay with that, But when God started showing me more and more and more that you can't, I put this in you. I know what you got. You know what I'm saying? It made me understand. Even that, like just believing in the word. If you don't even feel that, if you believe what that word says and you believe it, it will change. It will ignite God inside of you and just go. I had that every time. Every single time I ever did something in my life, it has been, for one, someone had to tell me that I could not do it. Because I'm not one of those people that say, oh, I'm just going to want to do, your calling is to help people and to serve people. But for me, if someone, for me just to do stuff, I'm not going to go all out the ordinary just to be showy, like that. I have to be challenged. I have to see a need. I have to see something that fits me. That's how, and that's how it was. Like God ignited something out of me when people tell you, oh, you can't do this, or you can't do that, and you can't do this. And then, so it made me want to go and learn certain things. And some people try to trick you that way. So when I got older, I started learning, like, listen to, is this what I really want, or am I doing this out of a challenge, going through the situation, like I told you, there were times in my life, like, people would tell me, even with my whole license thing, like, simple stuff, driving, oh, you can't get your license, you're going to drive crazy, your mom used to drive crazy, or she was this, and you ain't going to do that, and it's like, you don't even know, like, I was teaching your kids, the one who got the license, at the right age, when we was taking the cards, I was the one that was instructing them, like, how, so you can't listen to people. Or when I became a flight attendant, you can't become a flight attendant. You don't know nothing about it. I surely didn't, but I knew how to talk to people. I knew how to be warm and caring. I knew that I needed to listen to people. So everyone has to start somewhere, and don't let anyone dictate that to you. I just started learning some of the stuff that I was even dictated or ingrained in my head about certain things, and I knew that wasn't to be true. That's why it bothered me every time when people would do certain things. If you know it's to be true and it's somebody told you, you're in agreement with it. There will be no friction. It will move smoothly. But when you know it's something wrong, there's going to be what? Friction, and it's going to make you, turn away. So, yeah, don't listen to people. Don't listen. I mean, I had to learn that for myself. There are some people in this world that really are hateful, that really are upset, that their lives are not going no better. And they see you because y'all came from the same place, the same situation, same damn scenarios. And you just took some more time to focus on what God had in store for you and tap into it. And they did it. And now they seeing the fruit, the fruitation, the manifestation of it. And they like, well, I should have got this too because I was right there. No, you didn't put in the underlying work. You didn't do all this stuff. Coming out of homelessness for like the 12th time. People don't understand that. Like God, I didn't get master's degree in psychiatry or anything like that, or master's. My stuff was in education, hospitality, aviation. It was stuff taking care of people, but on a whole different level. Another level of that. But God used what I went through, my experiences, my life experiences, to be able to show me what it was. So not just sitting in the classroom. Outside was my classroom. So you got to understand that. People saying, oh, you're never going to do this. But I was like, I know God told me that I'm supposed to be doing this. I know that I know. I like when you try to even explain it, like angels was around me, people don't even believe that. And it's like, okay, whatever. I just started shutting up. Like, I don't even need to say nothing else to you. You know what? If God said it, guess what? It's going to come to pass with or without you, with or without your consent, because God is God. Truth is true. God is true. The only truth in this whole doggone continuum, in this whole thing we call earth and heaven and in earth, is God. He is the only truth. He is the only truth. We are only minor vessels to fulfill the truth. And the angels are the ones that are proclaiming the truth. You see what I'm saying? Or pushing out the truth, saying yes, standing, we stand behind the truth. If you believe in truth. Some people believe in other realities, other and there are other realities, but you want to see the truth. Okay? I came here, I have like $4,000 in my pocket, homeless. When I left out of that shelter, I had like about $0, because I had to feed myself when it was supposed to be a place where I should have been fed properly. No. Sometimes we were getting fed 1 meal a day. Not only that, but food was expired or things were just not taken care of, not properly handled. So, just food, spoiled food, stuff like that. So I had to take care of myself. I had to take that, another precaution. Now I don't have a roof over my head, but I got to use the money that I'm working so hard when I finally got a job to supply my food intake, to supply myself so I can stay mentally, so I can get back into my righteous mind, and I'll talk about righteous mind. I'm not saying in my right state of mind. I'm saying in my righteous mind. There's a right state of mind when you know right and wrong, and you're dealing on a equal conscious, and then it's a righteous mind that's a little bit higher. And I'll start telling people when people be like, oh, you're conscious, all that other stuff, but your righteous mind you'll be able to see things and understand things from a higher perspective. So I was trying to get back to that state. So I definitely had to constantly fuel myself. I had to fuel myself so intensely. That was the main thing. Feed myself. And it actually helped me, because when I got hurt, when I got hit, even though those angels covered me and healed me, and I was saying the healing prayer, and I said that after, but I'll tell you about that too. But it helped me because God had already prepared me for that and helped me, because had I not been eating healthy, it would have took me a longer time to heal. I was able to get up out of that doggone place and walk. And then not only that, I was videotaping, I was recording, I was dealing with the homeless people outside. So God, let that happen. Man. So, yeah, just remember that, like, people here, and it's really good because when I was campaigning, this was one of, like, Fort Wayne is the third largest city in Indiana, okay? Indiana is racist. Let me just say that. It's racist. Not everybody in Indiana is racist, okay? Black or white, but there are some racist people, black and white, and orange and purple and every other color. You know, it's a color, but yeah. So when I got here, they was telling me before I even came, and went through the situation when I was running, and I have won the pageant. They was telling me, don't go here. You're not going to be a good fit. These people are racist. They're going to be bougie. They're not going to respond to you and be receptive to you. And I just took it for, okay, whatever, you guys, I'm not thinking in my, I'm putting my power and trust into these people because they're considered experts. And then, but the best thing about it was, because when everything collapsed, and God led it to collapse, and I'm so thankful that he did, because I was not prepared for that responsibility and that obligation. But other people saw what I didn't see, and that's kind of scary too. If you're not all on the same page and you don't see what you got, you don't see who you are, back to the righteous mind. And that's like super righteous mind. So anywho, when I got here, I was able to hide. Not only hide, but I was able to do what I feel most passionate about, what my heart is lingering to, and I was able to tap into what God was calling me to do. I had so many distractions, so many things coming my way that I wasn't even prepared for, and certain people were prepared. Like, I had people in place who knew what was going on and was getting me, had alignment for what I was, in the direction I was going to, but they didn't have the right mindset for me and what God's plan what God's plan was for me. So it didn't work. And I'm grateful for it, because now I find out, because now since I live in Fort Wayne, the one place they told me don't go on the map in Indiana, I see that this is actually the place for me, because it has one of the most shelters, period. Not only that, you could see so many different demographics. I learned so much with not only that, but dealing with mental illness, dealing with financial needs, dealing with economic limitations, social, cultural, ethnic boundaries. I learned so much here that I could not learn in the classroom, and it's way more stronger. I got more knowledge than someone who has, a bachelor's or master's degree coming out of college. I'm working at a shelter that's a homeless shelter. It started as a men's shelter. These people are walking the street. I'm dealing with people who are murderers, robbers. Some people are just misfortunate, but I'm dealing with all sectors of that, and I'm able to learn from it and see what I can do to make other people's lives better. Whereas if I would have went what other people was telling me to do, oh, you can't do this, it would have never happened if I would have believed that way. So you just have to remember, and it taught me that God is in control, because this couldn't have happened without him. Okay, I don't care what people say. It is going to happen with or without your consent. If it's God, if it's true, it's going to happen. It's going to show. Just like cream. Cream goes to the top, okay? When you deal and you churning butter, right? That real stuff, people really like the cream. It goes what? Up to the top. If you're doing just like somebody, okay, that's just like, you guys are all in this race, right? And you guys run equally. Everybody's tying at, running this quarter of a mile. And they say practice. If you keep practicing, then we're going to come back next month and see if you guys made some improvements. When it's one person that's just running every time they exercise, they're toning up their legs, they're pushing themselves harder, eating better. Then you got the other people that's running, and they might be better skilled. Well, they're all equal, right? So the other person that's eating snacks, they're running, but they're not fueling themselves. Then it's the other person, they're eating healthy, but they're really not toning up. Then the last person just not doing nothing. Guess who you think who gonna end up making it for the long haul if they keep doing it? The person who trained the most, who did the best. So you have to understand that and give heed to that. Like, yeah. So that's about it. I don't want to stay on here too long. I just want to talk about the glory of that and how if you are in alignment, God will send the people right there in your face. In your face. I done had it happen so many freaking times. Sometimes it even scared me. Okay, it scared me. Yeah, it scared me. It scared me so much that I almost wanted to pee myself. Like, I saw something in a dream and I saw the people, like, literally in my face, okay? Saying the same things, like good and bad, like good and bad. Things to warn me, I saw. Things that people were going to help me, I saw. Like, so God is in control. So, and when somebody comes to you, I had this one lady even coming here. She was like, oh, you're a nobody. No one's going to look at you. You're a nobody. But God thinks I'm somebody. Long as that light is shining on me, it's going to happen regardless whether you like it or not, whether I like it or not. You know what I'm saying? And just being submissive to it and understand it, you know, because if you don't, you'll get beat up. I was getting beat up sometimes too because I was scared. I was petrified, and I'm like, God, I had to talk to God. Like, have a relationship, like, with God. Have a relationship, okay? And your relationship is going to be different than somebody else's relationship with God, okay? God is way bigger than our thoughts, than our imaginations, than anything we could ever possibly dream or think of it. And it says it in the Bible, and I come in agreement with that because it is true, okay? Don't let anybody tell you that you are not anyone. That's just their reflection of themselves. That is their reflections. Everyone is someone because God has created you to be that way. Whether you are picking cotton, whether you picking beans, whether you sell dope to the kids, whether you flying in the sky, whether you hopscotching, whether you going to school, whether you're not, whether you completed the 10th grade or not, everyone is somebody, you know, and just because they are not fitting into, you don't fit into someone else's, you know, world or box of reality, does not mean that you are less valuable than anybody else. It just means you need to just alter that. You need to alter how much someone has in your life. And I, being at this young age, I'm understanding that there are people that are like that. I used to be so really open, and people will see that you're trying to be open and they don't like it because they don't see themselves as open. So it frightens them. Things frighten you, you run from them. You attack it, you know. And yeah, I'm just not at that level no more. So don't ever think of that. I am in the pursuit of living happy and full of happiness and joy because my life has been so tumultuous, you know, as a youth. I've tried to push myself really, really hard to live the best life happy that I possibly can. I'm not saying buying a whole bunch of material things where you just so much in debt. No, I don't try to live like that. And if that's what you want to do, that's you. It is nothing wrong with buying nice things if you can afford it. None of that. You go and do what you want to do. You want to ride a bike, you ride a bike. You want to hopscotch, you go and hopscotch. But I feel like you need to live your best life and don't let anybody deter you from that. If they're not living their best life, then say sorry for you. But right now, I'm about to be the best me that I could possibly be. So if you're not in that equation, thank you. Here is the exit. Don't even worry about coming back. Good luck to you. More power to you. Happy for you. Going on about your life. You know, if I can't help you into your reality for you to be the best person that you be, go on. Thank you so much for the time that you have given, that we have shared. Have yourself a funeral, cry about it, and get the hell on. And get the hell on. Now I've learned that, and I will never, ever let somebody tell me some stuff like that again. So, with that being said, I hope you learned something, okay? Yeah, my hair is growing back. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. I felt like flat ironing. Thank you guys for the opportunity. Hope you stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem. Hopefully something I said or done will help you on your journey. Stay tuned.